Definitely the most exciting part is that we actually got a real sound system. And then, you know, I think just when it actually did arrive, it kind of hit home that we, you know, have kind of latest, greatest new toys to get out there and get on shows. I was mind blown by just down to like the packaging, the actual packaging, like the dolly carts that it rides on, the metal pieces that the whole PA rides on were like wrapped in multi-layers of plywood and metal brackets, and like they had their own carts for the carts.
Carts have carts.
The carts had carts.
Carts on carts.
But it was just like the care and detail that went into it. Like you definitely see why it's a premium brand. And then down to even like all the packaging of the racks and everything else is just so smooth and easy to use, clean. There's not like a million empty parts. The flyware is in this like, looks like a cake. It's like a three-layer cake. Take the top off. There's one set, the first set of stuff you need. Then you take that off. It's the next set of stuff you need. So all your stuff transports nicely and cleanly together, and you know, just like it's just very well thought out versus our older systems, which still work great. We use them on a ton of shows actually, or JBL rigs, but they're older and kind of pre a lot of that. So it's just there's a lot more like keeping track of pins and parts and pieces, where this is all like together. So just from a practical standpoint.
It's nice to have the latest and greatest industry standard rig now. You know, all the touring bands and festivals, L-Acoustic, K3, K2 is kind of the standard to have, and now we have the latest, best one, so it's a good feeling to have that.
Yeah, we got to use it for a Lee Greenwood concert. Unfortunately, it was not well attended, so the 63 people who were there had a fantastic sounding show, but actually I went out to that show. I wasn't planning to because I had some family conflicts, and then I just couldn't stay away with knowing that the K3 was on its maiden voyage, and it sounded, I would say this, Matthew had an amazing mix, so it's not that the PA itself was the only thing sounding good, so.
Yeah.
But when I walked up, it sounded like, I'd say from 300 or 400 feet away, I was like, dang, that sounds good. And I kept walking closer, and there was almost no change in the sound. And so that was also something that really impressed me.
Yeah.
Like 300 feet back, 400 feet back. Like the 10,000th person in the audience was gonna sound very similar to up front.
Right.
There was a little bit less low end back there, you know, because it's more just projecting the higher frequencies. And then from front of house, I was standing there, I was like, man, if I wasn't looking at a band, you could tell me this was a record being played right now. Like just the depth of the drums and just all of it was just there in the mix. It was really very impressive.